The only journey is the one within. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. The greatest adventure is to explore who you are. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. In order to discover new lands, one must be willing to lose sight of the shore. To find yourself, think for yourself. The most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. The more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. Self-knowledge has no end. You don't come to an achievement. You don't come to a conclusion. It is an endless river. It's never too late to be what you might have been. To find yourself, think beyond yourself. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. The greatest discovery in life is self-discovery. Until you find yourself, you will always be someone else. Become yourself. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. The more you explore, the more you discover. The more you discover, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you grow. Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Your soul knows the geography of your destiny. Your soul alone has the map of your future. Therefore, you can trust this indirect, oblique side of yourself. To know yourself is the being underneath the thinker, the stillness underneath the mental noise, the love and joy underneath the pain, is freedom, salvation, enlightenment. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. To be fully alive, fully human, and completely awake is to be continually thrown out of the nest. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. The way to do is to be. In seeking wisdom, the first step is silence, the second listening, the third remembering, the fourth practicing, the fifth teaching others. I am not what I think I am, and I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. You are the universe, expressing itself as a human for a little while. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. The more you observe yourself and your behaviors, the more you'll discover about your deepest desires and values. Everyone else is already taken. I am seeking, I am striving, I am in it with all my heart. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Life is change. Growth is optional. Choose wisely. To be yourself requires extraordinary intelligence. The privilege of a lifetime is being who you are. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. The true definition of mental illness is when the majority of your time is spent in the past or future, but rarely living in the realism of now. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. What you seek is seeking you. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. The only journey is the one within. It is never too late to be what you might have been. The more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Life is a process of becoming, a combination of states we have to go through. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. To thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. The greatest gift you can give yourself is a little bit of your own attention. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. It's not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. The most important thing is to be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, always be Batman. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. don't have to be someone else to be important. You're important in your own right. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. The more you see yourself as what you'd like to become and act as if what you want is already there, the more you'll activate those dormant forces that will collaborate to transform your dream into your reality. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Your playing small does not serve the world. You have to find what sparks a light in you so that you, in your own way, can illuminate the world. You are the artist of your own life. Don't hand the paintbrush to anyone else. The moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to be able to do it. You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide, overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. The soul usually knows what to do to heal itself. The challenge is to silence the mind. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. The person you should be better than is the person you were yesterday. The only thing standing between you and your dream is the will to try and the belief that it is actually possible. Your life is your canvas, and you are the masterpiece. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. The only person you should try to be better than is who you were yesterday. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. To be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. You are the CEO of your life. Start making executive decisions. Don't wait for someone to bring you flowers. Plant your own garden and decorate your soul. Your life is your message to the world. Make sure it's inspiring. You are not here to shrink down to less, but to blossom into more of who you really are.